In this video, I'm going to talk about aiming to miss efficiently. If I aim to miss in the right place, it might be a safer place for the next shot. If I get a bit too greedy and I try and attack that pin that's tucked in the back corner of the hole and then it just overspills a little bit, then I've got a very difficult next shot. So if I aim to maybe shape the ball away from trouble and into a nicer area, missing can help you get lower scores if you miss in the right place. Now this is video 3 of a 3-part mini-series. In part 1 I talk about the mechanics of how to shape the golf ball. In part 2 I talk about how to implement that and practice it. And now we're talking about how to use that feedback. So what if I talked to you about an idea where I aim at trouble and move the ball away from the trouble? Now if you don't feel like you've got the skill to do that, jump on video 1. If you've been doing that and you know that you can make the ball move in a certain direction because of a certain feeling, then listen up. So I've picked an absolutely random hole on here, and as it happens, this is a good one to go by. So this tee shot is down here. Let's have a little replay. Oh, it goes across. So it's a big dog leg to the left hand side. It's a par 5. And it comes back here, so the fairway goes down this bit and then off to the left to get to the green. But if I had this tee shot presented to me, I just want to kind of get it going out there and moving that way during its flight. So if I put my club face where I want the ball to start, because the ball starts mostly where the club face is aiming at impact, mostly. So I'm going to start my club face down the right hand side of this. I'm going to get my sternum over this side of the golf ball so I can make noise early, and I make that noise early and I get the ball moving down that direction of the hole. Now if I do that properly without trying to talk myself through the process, again same thing, speed early, let's hit a proper shot, create that speed down there. I'm feeding the fairway, I'm going around the fairway because I know that shape comes out of that feeling. I know when I get my club face there, the ball's going to start that way. If I get my chest back, it's going to move right to left from there. So I'm looking to move the ball with the shape of the hole, with the design of the hole. And then I've picked another random hole. So we've got loads of rubbish down the right. We've got some like wasteland down the right. We've got some wasteland and trees and stuff down the left. Sometimes it's quite difficult to just hit a straight shot. So I quite often like to bend the golf ball excessively to hit it towards the trouble and make it come towards the fairway. So if I do one of each either way on this hole, I'm going to aim down the left hand side. So I'm going to aim at this tree here that we can see there. So I put my club face to that, and then I'm going to try and get my speed after the golf ball. So I'm going to go up to here, late speed, I get that ball going at that tree and leaning back into the fairway. So that is a good fairway finder. When I get the speed late, I've got a lower launch, I've got that little fade, but I've got a shot that I predicted the outcome for. So I'm aiming at trouble and moving the ball away from it. So if I do the opposite, I'm going to aim at a tree down the right hand side, set my club face up to that, and then get my sternum back behind the golf ball, create my speed nice and early. Then I get the ball going at that trouble, moving back into the fairway. So either way, I've just hit the fairway twice with either side of the idea. And it might be that the winds off the left are really strong, so I might hit the fade to use the wind to give it a bit more distance and a little bit more help from it. If I try and draw the ball into the wind, it might just resist a bit more and drop a bit shorter. If the wind's off the right-hand side, I might send it out to the right-hand side with a sternum draw to ride the wind back into the fairway. And that's how you hit smaller targets. And the more you do it, the more you get used to it. The more trust you find within the idea, the more you can implement it. Because a driver is teed up so much, you can put your sternum a lot further away from the golf ball and still make good contact with it. You can get a bit more stretch on it, you can get more shape on it because of that teed up nature of it. When the ball's on the floor with a wedge or an iron, you don't want to go as far away from it, maybe an inch maximum. But you can get the ball leaning in a certain way to move into the target. So both of those are finished basically in the same place. So if I go there, that leaves me 127 into the pin. And again, just as an example, I'm not necessarily aiming at the pin. I'm aiming at this tree that's left of it. So pins there, trees there. If I aim at that tree up the left-hand side, and get my sternum left, get my speed late, then I get that ball going at that tree and moving back towards the target. That is a beautiful example of doing that task differently. I did the thing because I know the predicted outcome. It won't happen every time, but I know 9 times out of 10, or even if it's 6 times out of 10, I'm going to get that shape, I'm going to get that result, but I'm doing something on purpose. So under pressure, I can trust it because I've practiced it because of what I did in video 1 and 2. But let me know in the comments if that helps you hit a few more targets. You won't hit every target, but if you were hitting 3 targets out of 10 and you start hitting 4, 5, 6 targets out of 10, jump in the comments and let us know how you're getting on with it.